Hello, this is me, TimeLierG, and this is update 5 of Hytale. It's been 2 months since I last streamed, and I'm going to be testing a few things out here since it's, been so long. Well, not that long, but, Uh, so let me have a look here. I'm just testing a few things out. Normally I do this every single time, but, hopefully my audio is fine. It's set, let me turn down my own microphone. That's a little bit loud. That's a little bit loud, apparently. All right. I'm still in the yellow. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. I think that'd be fine. Okay, one more. Here we go. I'm gonna have to check the in-game audio then too. So, like I said, this is update 5 of Hytale, and I think they added some kind of friends list feature. So I can link my Discord here, and I guess other people that play Hytale will appear here. So that's interesting. Gonna test it out after the stream. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna go in my world here, and if I remember correctly, I think the last thing I was doing, I could be wrong on this. I think the last thing I was doing, I was building that second Torii gate behind my house instead of the one in the front. I built a second one in the back. So, just load in here. Hopefully this isn't going to be too loud. Might actually be too quiet. I don't know. Oh yeah, they also added a server browser apparently. I think they added a server browser. Not really too sure. Should have probably checked that out. Doesn't really matter too much. Loading world. What if it? Maybe I should have backed it up before I updated the game. I did back it up. I think somewhere around 2 months ago when I was last playing. Somewhere around there. Okay, we need to turn the audio up. Turn the master volume up to, I don't know, just anything really. Need to turn that up more. What if I just put it at 100? Okay. Now, I think that's fine. I personally think that that audio is okay. So I need to remember everything here. I think I remember. Wait, unlock backpack. What did I think I was testing something out, so I crafted a second one of those. I know I was trying to unlock the second one, unless I already unlocked that. It's been so long, I forgot what I was going for here. So I have full admin. They didn't release. I don't think they released Mithril yet, was it? Oh, why was that sound effect so much louder than the other ones? I don't remember that being that loud there. I'll turn it down a little bit again. Yeah, so I don't think they released Mithril ore yet, and I'm really confused on that. I don't know if they're still thinking about what to do with it, but it's been an absurdly long time, and they haven't been releasing that. I'm not really sure, because it doesn't take that much just to implement a piece of ore generation to the world, you know? Maybe they're just waiting on something, just trying to come up with more ideas for it first, like I said. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a walk here. Have a look around. Yeah, so this is what I put up the last time. Put up this Torii gate here. Oh, it's a big guy over here. I'm not sure how long I used this admin armor for. When did I even craft this? I don't remember. I think I might have crafted it last stream that I did. Might be the case. I've been playing Minecraft Beta 1.202 a lot. My world that I've been on for, I think, it's like, it's either 2.5 worlds or just 2.5 years. Or just 2 years, somewhere around there. I'm pretty much always playing that every few days. Just There's something about that specific version of the game. It's not just because I started with that version when it was new. Just there's something else. There's something else about it. Just the atmosphere. Really good. I don't know if I want to waste... oh, that's right. Well, I have repair kits in this game, so durability doesn't really matter too much. Go ahead and set up some more torches around here. I'll have to make some more of those then. And if anyone types in the chat, it'll take me a little bit before I see it. So I'm playing this full screen. Still after all this time, I still only have... I didn't set my second monitor back up yet. I probably should do that. Gonna be streaming Deltarune Chapter 5 soon, also. It's gonna be coming out in either 9 or 10 days. I'm gonna be streaming the live countdown counter just like I did with all the other chapters, except for Chapter 1 because that one didn't have a counter, and I started playing Chapter 1 a week after release. It took me a little bit convincing to try out Deltarune at first. But after Chapter 1, I've always streamed the countdown timers. You can still go back and watch those if you want. You don't have to, of course. Keep hitting I to open my inventory. It's tab. It's tab. Yeah, I should get more of these blocks. I think it was over in that direction. I remember that's over there somewhere. How do you go in first person? I don't... Was it V? Oh, it was V. Okay, there we go. I'm thinking about what to do, you know. Oh yeah, I was gonna stream old school RuneScape again. Also, that's, you know, I haven't streamed that in quite a while now. I just really appreciate what Bod North has been doing with the game and whatnot. Even over in RS3, I, you know, don't play RS3 too much, but you know, I feel like aside from the updated models that they're doing, which they kind of lost that. They've been losing the RS2 art style for a while now, but aside from that, I feel like, you know, RS3 is kind of returning to, you know, just... I can't really say it's returning to RS2, really, but he's at least trying to, you know. It's not his fault either. You know, it's just how RS3 is as a game when they changed everything and whatnot over the many years. You know, it's not like they can go back and just fully remove EOC, you know. I'm gonna head back inside. Have a look. Look around. Okay, I don't know why I have an iron pickaxe on me. Oh, yeah, that can actually... I know where to put those. Those upstairs in the tool chest. I'm not going to be playing for too long, also. But yeah, I will be streaming OSRS again fairly soon. Not too soon. It might be another month or two before I stream that again. I'm not too sure. But I do want to get back into that. And, you know, I mention this a lot, but when I play RuneScape, I play it for fun. I'm not like, you know... I am trying to max my account, but... You know, I was complaining about people, you know, just playing the game for the sake of getting experience, and, you know, that's not really why you play RuneScape. It was never like that in the past. You know, nobody was going for max. Well, there's like 3 or 4 people that were maxed around 2006, 2007 or so. And it's just not something, you know, that you really went for. You know, you got... Each person, I know I mention this all the time, but one person goes for crafting to craft their friends some glories and stuff. You know, you always had the blacksmith, someone making armor for everybody else. And it's like everybody just plays solo. They don't type in the chat. They just sit there. And they just sit there and max and silent without, you know, that's not the spirit of the game. Honestly, it's not. And you have people saying that I'm not a veteran of the game, even though I played it, you know, in December of 2005. And they're saying I'm not a veteran because I don't have an Infernal cape. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. The Inferno was released in 2017 in old school RuneScape. It's like, they don't know that RS2 is even a thing. They don't even know that. And I've seen, I know I talked about all this stuff before as well. But it's strange to me. They don't even know that, like, what RS1 RuneScape Classic is. They don't know what RuneScape 2 is. They just picked up the game around 2015 when old school RuneScape, well, you know, that came out 2013. They started playing old school RuneScape. They don't even know, you know, why it's called old school RuneScape. They don't know what it's based on. They don't know that it's based on a 2007 version of RS2. I don't know. Like, I can't relate to most of the newer player base and whatnot. I'm not saying it's all new players that say that kind of stuff, but saying I'm not a veteran because I don't have an Infernal kit, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What can I even compare that to? That's like someone saying, you know, someone started playing Minecraft, you know, 2009, right? And then they say like, oh, well, you're not on the speedrunning leaderboards for Minecraft. It's like, hey, you're not a veteran because you're not on the speedrunning leaderboards. Like, what? What is it? Do they not know what veteran means? Like, I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm gonna move my microphone forward so I can actually see my items on my bar there. Looks a lot more green over here, actually. Why does it look so green here? Pretty sure it wasn't always like that. Where they add different seasons to each biome now? I mean, it's normal looking over there, but then you just... It looks nice, though. I mean, you know, it looks nice. Maybe it did always look like that, and I'm just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, you know, not remembering what this biome looked like, but I'm pretty sure I do. It's probably an update. It's probably something they added in the update. Well, I mean, I guess I could just go mining or something. And by the way, if they did add Mithril, I apologize. I looked through it quick and I saw that, you know, it didn't look like there was Mithril in there just yet. Maybe it's just, you know, I kind of glanced through the update post pretty fast, pretty quickly. Does this do anything yet? You think it would tell you like your max hit, you know? I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna deposit the rest of the stuff in my chest here. Maybe I'll just go on an adventure or something. I don't know. I pretty much went in every direction that I can. But yeah. Okay, let's go in here. That is a lot of bars I have in here. I think I mentioned that the last time, but that is an absurd amount. I also have this staff here. It's still a work in progress. Let me go find my other chest to put this stuff in. I could keep these potions, I guess. I don't need to tan any heavy hides right now or anything. Well, may as well, right? You know, just for later. There's a tanning rack. I know I'm all over the place right now. just getting back into the game. And I should probably bring a repair kit with me as well, or a few of them. I probably just deposited some in the chest without seeing it, but I can just make some more anyway. Let's, oh, you know what? I had it's in the second inventory. Oh, I have 9 now. That's fine. That's all right. Okay. Well, let me open up my map and should I get some more maple wood to extend the house some more? Should I keep expanding my house here? Guess I will. Yeah, this does look a lot more green though. At least to me, anyway. Like I said, it might be the exact same as it was before, but yeah, I don't know. That'd be funny if it was based on the computer's time that you have it set up, based on the system clock. Oh, there's a bear over there. I don't know where he's running to right now. I think I needed more venom sacks for something, actually. I don't remember what, but... I might stream Minecraft Beta 1.202 again, also. You know, I've been streaming that a lot, except I don't have any of the recordings on my channel. I was thinking about uploading a, you know, just a Let's Play of, you know, just create a new world, you know, or I could just use the same one on a different channel. You know, I was going to use a different channel for that. I have my own reasons for not really uploading too many Minecraft videos on my channel here, my main channel. So probably get more of these for some arrows. But yeah, you know, I obviously do have Minecraft videos on here, the beta 1.202 ones where I was given a little bit of a tour of, it was either my 3rd or 4th base that I had on that world. Since then, I've been playing, you know, like I said, every few days, and it's been going very well on that. I created this little floating island. I haven't done that on the world yet, or any of my other beta 1.202 worlds I've created in the past few years. I think when I was younger, maybe not in that version, like a few versions above that, when, like I said, when those were new in 2011, I might have built one of those, but I built this floating island on my more recent beta 1.202 world. And it was really hard getting grass up there because you have to build an entire staircase. You have to let the grass grow up an entire dirt staircase up to the floating island to get grass up there. Oh yeah, I also record all of that as well. I was making a blog post about that world on my website, on my blog as well. See how many stone rubble pieces I have. 35. That's enough. Let me check my chat again. Oh, I just got another memory. Don't know how I didn't see one of those yet. But I've noticed that that happened a lot, where it's like, I guess I just didn't get too close to the creatures before. Looks like some kind of crow. I don't know if I've seen that. Let's try to climb up here and get this memory if I don't have it already. Yeah, on my blog, I was just going to talk about all my memories that I've had playing Minecraft over the years, ever since I got it in 2011. It was around either... I don't really remember. It was either whenever beta 1.202 came out, because that was the first version I ever played when it was new. So whenever that came out, that's when I started playing Minecraft. It might have even been September 2011 or something, or maybe around August. I don't remember. But yeah, it was around the same time I actually made my Steam account as well. I think I do have some older Steam accounts laying around, though. I'm just walking in a random direction to see if I find anything new. I know I've been all around here before. I wanted to go to one of those temples again, because I want to get some more of those blocks for a pathway outside my house, and I don't know if that's one of them down there. You know, oh, that's right. I needed to get torches. That's what I was missing. Oh well. I think how do you even make those? I forgot how to make stuff. There we go. Perfect. 52 of them. That's fine. All right. Well, I'm gonna go explore that cave system, unless I've already been down there before. And move my torches up as well. I don't need my axe on me right now, so I can just put that there. Where was that? Is that it over here? No, it's... Where was that cave? Am I losing it right now? Where is it? Where is that cave system I just saw? I know there was just one around here. Oh, that's strange. I don't know. It was up ahead more. There it is. I'm gonna fully heal just in case. I really don't want to lose this armor. I put my torches on my offhand. There's going to be something down here that's interesting. I remember, I don't know if this was the last stream, but I found some kind of vault just like walking around the overworld. Like some kind of vault up there. I don't know if, you know, overworld's kind of not the right, the right world for it, but yeah, there's like some kind of vault up there. I don't know if there's any other kind of generated structures you can find. Yeah, there's some like more interesting ones. I don't know. Not seeing too much in here. Oh well. Yeah, I think when I get back into old school RuneScape, though, I might just keep doing Cerberus until I get my my Pegasian Crystal, because what I think it was like 670 something KC that I have on Cerb. I could actually go check right now. And I have 2 Pegasian Crystals, I have 3 Smoldering Stones, and 2 Eternal Crystals with no Primordial yet. I noticed that's a thing where it seems like everybody just gets around the same kind of drops. They just get every stone except for the Primordial. It's funny seeing that. I'm gonna teach my husband how to do more bossing as well, so we can both play together. You know, obviously not Cerberus. Cerberus isn't, you know, it's not a duo boss, just a single, you know, solo boss. But you know, I'm talking about, you know, God Wars dungeon or something. You know, that would be fun. Even though I can't get the drops on those because I'm not gonna be playing on my alt for the most part. Well, you know what? Okay, you know, maybe I will actually play. Maybe I will play on my alt. It's just called Amy Rose, no space. That's one of my alts anyway. I have around 7 RuneScape accounts, not even including my childhood ones, as well. Ah. It's not like I need drops from the God Wars dungeon anyway on my main Iron account, because you know, I just got my task sets and that's pretty much all I wanted from God Wars. You know, I have my Zilliana crossbow as well. I wasn't even going for that, but I just happened to get that on KC number 51. Still have my live reaction to that uploaded. I have my live reaction to task sets. Like I said, thousands upon thousands of times. I love streaming and recording all my progress nowadays, where you have, you know, a whole bunch of AI stuff going on, bots. You know, bots have always been a thing, obviously. You know, ever since the very beginning of RS1. And you have, like, people for some reason, like, paying other people to play on their accounts for them. I seriously don't get it. And I know that I've had this conversation, you know, like I said, many, many times. But the point of playing a video game is to play a video game. You know, I just go on RuneScape to relax and try to feel accomplished, you know? Because when I play a video game, I want to feel accomplished when I do something, when I accomplish something. You know, I don't know why someone would, you know, pay someone else or get their friend to play. And I've seen this in the past, even around 2006, by the way. Like, I've seen other people say that they do this, and I don't know. If someone has an explanation for that, I've tried to ask around to try to get an answer on this. And it's strange. It's, you know. And hey, you know, if that's how you want to play the game, as long as it's, you know, you're following the rules of the game and you want to do that, I'm not judging you at all. I would just really like to know, like, what the point of doing that is. Because I thought the point of playing a game is to play a game, not watch someone else, unless you're on YouTube. You know, you're not even watching the person playing your game. You're just, like, you're showing off stats that you didn't earn. It's kind of like a stolen valor kind of thing. It's the same thing with people buying accounts as well. And, you know, I don't want to talk about politics at all, right? I never want to talk about politics, but people buying accounts and pretending to be veterans of a game and whatnot, they tend to try to go into your hobby and spread a certain political belief of all sides, you know. But it is, you know, you can kind of tell when you see it on forums or whatnot, right? I just got another scrap sword. You know, just every few weeks when Jagex makes an update post on let's say on Steam, right? They publish their update post on Steam, and I look at the Steam comments, and there's people complaining that they removed a political event that brings real-life orientations, like real-life orientations into the game in the form of an event, and they're complaining that was removed from the game, shedding a spotlight on me and my husband for what we're born as and everything. It's like, that doesn't belong in the game. And it's the people that defend that are pretending to be veterans like they've always been here when they weren't. You know, that kind of ideology, it was not a thing back then. You know, it wasn't. This identity stuff, everybody with the labels and whatnot, everybody has always had labels, but not in this kind of a manner. You know, this all this censorship stuff, saying that you can't say this in the game, you can't do that, and you have to respect me for what I was born as, and have quote-unquote pride in something I was born as, which is, like, why? Why do you have pride in not what you accomplished, but what you were born? And you never saw this kind of stuff in the 2000s when RuneScape was around. No. It was not a thing. Like, whenever someone says, like, you know, if you can have pride in that, but when someone's, like, whatever kind of race, isn't that, you know, offensive to go around and say, you know, this, like, blank pride, X pride, Y pride. Like, nobody cares. I'm just trying to play a medieval video game from my childhood. I don't care what you're doing with your life, what you're doing in the bedroom. I don't care. I don't. You know, it's ridiculous. And that person that added the Pride event to RuneScape, old school RuneScape, you know, they left the company shortly afterwards, and they put that in there for malicious reasons, you know, allegedly. They allegedly put that in there for malicious reasons. And when I went to their profile back then, and by the way, do not engage with anyone that I'm talking about, obviously. Just as I always say, leave everyone to their business, you know. They obviously have enough problems as is. But I go to their profile, and you just see all that kind of flag waving, all that kind of, you know, look at me, and he's like going around posting pictures of himself kissing random dudes on the street. It's, you know, I have so many words I can say to that, but I'm just not gonna say them. You know, these political activists, tourists that try to claim your hobby as their own when they clearly don't fit in, and they go in and they tell you that you don't fit in. They'll try to go around waving these flags around that you've never seen before, and they'll try to tell you that you don't belong in your own community, your own hobby. It's despicable. They're like, oh, you can't be a RuneScape player and be this ideology. You can't be a RuneScape player, be right wing. You can't be, you know, a furry and be right wing. It's like, who are you? Like, where did you even come? Where did you spawn in from? I can go on the Google Trends right now and actually tell you the exact year you spawned in from. It was around 2013 for the pronoun stuff, or not? No, even 2016 in some cases. You had certain events online, like the Gamergate stuff. That's when the internet was basically done for at that point. And then you had the election tourists coming in, and that was pretty much the nail in the coffin for any kind of older civil internet discussions, old forums. You had all these ideologies at the same time. Like, we're not talking about left and right wing. We're talking about everything, like all political ideologies that just came out of the woodwork to try to politicize these old soulful forums, old blogs that people used to make on themselves online, like old gaming forums to talk about, you know, secrets and oddities in games, you know, video games themselves, other kind of hobbies, fashion hobbies, just anything. They're like, oh, you can't. It's like all of a sudden, you know, you've been there for 20 years, and then they'll tell you, they just come up, you know, they've only been there for 2 years, saying, yeah, this is actually ours, bigot. You can't join. It's like, who are you? It's like you just got internet access in 2016, which, you know, if someone's new to the internet, I have absolutely nothing against that at all, right? That's not what we're talking about. They'll try to say that's what I'm talking about. They'll say, oh, when you want to gatekeep, you just want to gatekeep, you know, all the new people out of the game to keep it for the veterans. Like, no, I want the opposite. I want both veterans and new players to pass the torch to new players. The veterans should pass the torch to new players that respect the culture of the video game or whatever, the hobby, and respect the history of that video game and the hobby. When speaking about RuneScape, players should, look back in the history, see like Blue Rose 13X, and the amount of, oh wow, they actually, okay, I don't know what, is that used for fertilizer? That's new. I haven't seen that before. But they should look back at all these old players and the history of the game and respect the history and culture. That's what we're talking about. New players, there's new players that join the game, and we're passing the torch to them if they respect the culture and hobby. But if they're there to try to revise the history and try to change the history of it, they shouldn't be there. They can be there, but we're not gonna just let someone spread misinformation, false information about how the game was back then. Because we have all the facts, we have all the archives of the old internet, of how people acted back then, how people were, who people were. Someone just joining in here and trying to rewrite history in terms of the video game or whatever hobby is ridiculous. I respect new players that respect the history and culture of the game. So when I say gatekeep, we're specifically talking about gatekeeping those that want to do harm to a hobby or a community or a game. They want to get into moderator positions on these RSPSs, or even Jagex itself. They want to get into moderator positions on the wiki to try to rewrite the history of it. They're revisionists, they're history rewriters. That's what these malicious people try to do. I'm not talking about any specific group of people, by the way. Anybody in any specific group can be malicious. But have you noticed that it's? I know I've been talking about this kind of stuff, every few streams for many years now. But I haven't seen a lobster yet either. Are those new? I think those might be new. But they join really old, obscure internet forums. And was this like a part of a boat here? What is this? And they'll start banning anybody that doesn't think like them, basically. Even though nobody in the past thought the same way they did. I feel like there's gonna be like a chest around here or something. Yeah, they're very attracted to very old internet stuff, like the 2000s, lol random culture, like Penguin of Doom kind of stuff. They're attracted to old internet culture that we created, but yet they're saying that they're the ones that created it when they didn't. They're saying that people back then, like that was their ideology or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. Back then. When I was younger, nobody really considered themselves to be any sort of political ideology. Everybody just, thought what they thought, did what they did. Nobody had to categorize themselves or label themselves as they do now. Like, I'm just me. I'm not this orientation. I'm not standing behind this flag, claiming to have pride in it. I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm just some guy on the internet that is just like writing blogs, making videos, reading old forum posts online that are getting deleted slowly over time by these revisionists that are waving around different colored flags all over the place, these pride flags. And again, you also have people on the other side that are, saying the same stuff like, oh, this group of people from the 2000s, they were these, well, I can't really use the word, words that one side is saying, but you have people from every single political angle all trying to get their piece of the history rewritten just to make them feel comfortable. I don't even know where I am right now. At least I can still see my house over there. Doesn't look like it's that far. Oop. I'll have a look around some more. I'm gonna get some more maple logs as well. I'll figure out some way on how to extend the house. Oh yeah, you know what? I probably also have more memories to. I might be able to unlock some more stuff, unless I've already done that the last stream. I think I might have unlocked the second backpack slots. I needed something for that. Maybe it was the venom sacks. I don't know. Just gonna return back home quick. And I don't know if that would be considered a political discussion, what I was talking about before, considering I'm talking about how I'm pretty much anti-politics, so I don't. And hey, you know, if you like politics and that's your thing, you know, you go ahead and do that. But for me, I'm really, I have an aversion to politics. I do not like talking about them. I don't like thinking about them. But, you know, it just has to be brought up. That people are just way too political, honestly. And they'll start screaming at you to the top of their lungs, like they're gonna be trying to convince you that, oh, you don't care about you know, this in society, recovering this, doing that. Oh, you don't care about the country. It's like, dude, I am, you know, focusing on my own life here. You know, if there's a way I can help other people, I'm gonna figure out a way to how to help other people. I'll keep doing charity streams. You know, I'll donate to legitimate and reputable charities that actually show proof of what they're doing. You know, whatever. I'll, you know, help people out in a video game. I'll tell them how to do certain things in it. I'll show people how to archive old, you know, videos online. I'll, you know, do whatever. But I don't, if you're trying to convince me to talk to you about what a politician ate on a certain day, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have that discussion with you. If you want a buddy to tell that kind of stuff to, I don't care. I'm sorry, but I really don't care. Did you see what this politician just did? He just ate he just ate a sandwich, and that's somehow a political statement. It's like, get help. Seriously. Like, everything anybody does nowadays is a political statement. If you say that you don't like AI, that's supposedly a political statement to a certain side. That's like showing that you're supportive of a certain side. Absolutely ridiculous. If you say that you don't support just like what a game developer said in terms of, I don't know, some certain game update or something, it's anything, every little action. And they're going to sit there and they're going to try to tell you that all video games are political and all pieces of art are political, which do include video games. You know, they're the same group that say that video games can't be art or something. But they'll try to tell you like all this absolute nonsense. Just, I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. Like, I had a comment, I mentioned this a few times, I had a comment on my Dark Souls video, one of my Dark Souls videos, and they're saying that, they're trying to tell me that, you know, the Japanese company From Software Hidetaka Miyazaki, when he was creating Dark Souls, they're trying to tell me that, like, the story of Lord Gwyn in that game and what Koth says is an allegory. They're saying hollows are an allegory to modern Americans and modern American politics. I'm like, what are you... Like, seriously, there is an issue here. All right? There is a huge issue. Like, people need to go outside and just talk to people or something. Because going on my video and telling me that Dark Souls, made by, you know, this Japanese company is somehow... It's saying Dark Souls is somehow referring to modern American politics. And it's like the same thing with, like, what I said about RuneScape. They're trying to introduce modern American identity politics into it. And by the way, they know nothing about the old internet. They don't. If they went back in time to the 2000s, they wouldn't be able to even, you know, they'd freak out. They wouldn't. Have you noticed their comments towards? I mentioned this as well. This is all this stuff I've already mentioned before. But have you noticed when someone posts a picture of the 2000s, like let's say out at a park or a mall, they get really hostile towards it. And they'll start to say, look how racist and bigoted all these people are in these photos. Do you notice anything? Look how... It's like, what are you saying right now? Like, they despise the 2000s, but they want to rewrite it and be a part of it. They love your art, right? They love what we create. They don't create themselves, but they love what we create, and they hate that. They hate that they love what we create. Soulful people with souls. They don't like that. So it's like they love us, but they hate us at the same time. It's a confusing thing for them, you know? They don't know. They don't know what to do with themselves. And all they have to do is just be normal, you know? All you have to do is just be yourself. But they don't want that. They don't want to be themselves. That's why they have to go and make up all these labels, you know? Anyway, that's probably everything that I wanted to talk about in regards to that. I felt like I had to talk about that. I don't know why I have heavy hides in there. I guess I'll just start working on my house now. Yeah, I'm done talking about that for now. Bring this downstairs. I'm gonna get some more logs as well. Just try to make a bag of popcorn. I think I made these spices before. There's cheese. I didn't unlock that pumpkin pie recipe yet. Oh yeah, the second backpack space. Okay, the workbench is at the max tier. All right, that's at the max tier. So where was the? How do you? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's just the regular backpack. You know what? I can make rails actually. That would be. Maybe I should try that instead of working on the house right now. I can just make a bunch of rails and see how this works. And I know I probably have a minecart somewhere, but should I use all my almost all my iron ingots on this anyway? I kind of want to. I think I'm gonna do that. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try this out. I don't know if you can get powered rails or not. I'm not really too sure, but let's head outside. I'll figure out some place to which direction. Oh man, my voice. Which direction should I put these in? Voice cracks at 28 years old. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which way to put these. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I could just open up this wall right here and have this be kind of, you know, I have an idea. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Give me a moment. Let me head back inside the house quick. I know I can just go right through the wall, but I want to see exactly where I want this. Like right through here as well. Yeah, this is going to be good. All right. Just open this up. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to mention as well. I really appreciate all the people that are, what do you call it? The YouTube membership stuff, supporting me through the YouTube membership. I think what's the exact word for the exact name for that? Like YouTube membership program or something. Whoever's supporting me in that way, I really appreciate it. You definitely don't have to do that, but just because you're doing it, you know, I put a bunch of perks in there. If you want to see me play something, or if you want to play something with me, let me know on stream. I'm not one of those people that try to treat it like some kind of privilege. Like, you know, I'm just somebody on the internet, like I said before. You know, I am just a fox on the internet. If you want to play a game or something, just send me a message. If you want to hang out, be friends or whatnot. There's some people that treat that as like some kind of privilege, like, oh look, I'm so special. You get the privilege of spending time with me. I'm not like that at all. I'm not like that, don't worry. But just saying, if you want to hang out, do anything, let me know. I highly appreciate everybody that's been becoming a YouTube channel member. And again, you don't have to do that, but just because you did, I really wanted to thank you for that. I'll put this on there. Put this back over here. Light hide, medium hide. Wait a sec. Oh, that's not. I didn't tan this yet. Need to put my torches out here. I don't know what I'm doing. What? Okay, my bad. How do I equip this? There you go. Let's put some torches outside. I also really appreciate everybody that's been supporting me by buying the games I've been uploading to Steam as well. Really appreciate that too. I try to consistently update most of them, which is really hard work. I actually have one of the final updates for TimeLierG. You know, Crescent Quest, I'm going to be updating that for the duration of my life here in this material world, so I'll keep updating Crescent Quest. But TimeLierG, I think, you know, there's not much else I can add to it. So yeah, one of the final updates for TimeLierG is coming along just fine. I'm adding more story stuff in there to give a little bit more of an explanation to certain things in the game. You know, I have entire lore books just for my own personal usage, and a lot of that stuff doesn't even make it into the game. So I'm gonna need to get more cobble here. Oh yeah, another thank you to the V3 Expo who showed off Darkodai on their showcase, their Steam sale page. The V3 showcase that was live streamed. Really appreciate that as well. Darkodai isn't out yet. That game, you know, I've been working on that a lot less than some of the other projects I'm working on currently, but I'm gonna start releasing those a chapter at a time, basically with updates and whatnot. So I'll put the sale page up where people can purchase it in maybe a couple months or so. Not really too sure, but probably a couple months. Alright, that's enough cobble for now. Yeah, I'm gonna make the tracks go this way, in this direction. Oh yeah, speaking of Minecraft earlier, I was going to start making videos looking through old Minecraft maps. I know that's probably millions of people has probably done that at that point, but I think it would be cool showing those off. And you know, I've been doing that with the old Gmod maps as well. So I think I want to start doing that with Minecraft too. Again, I might upload that to a different channel, but I have quite a few channels on YouTube and whatnot. There's some of them that you can't tell it's me unless you look really closely at some of the videos, because some of them I don't talk in, but other times I do talk in other ones. I have like a few no commentary channels. Alright, this is fine. Just bring out the logs here. Oh, there can be windows there. Not sure how I want to do this. Yeah, speaking of old Minecraft stuff, I've been archiving a bunch of old Minecraft videos. Old maps. That's kind of what gave me the idea to start making videos on that stuff. Again, it's been done before. It's been done a lot. Let me cobble back out. I'll put the windows in afterwards. That would be fine. Alright, this looks fine to me. This, this admin pickaxe breaks stuff too fast. It's too good. Keep hitting I by accident. You know what? Also, I think I will actually show off my my Minecraft Beta 1.20 world again to show off all the progress in the same stream. Just real quick. Oh yeah, let me see something again. I forgot to put my face down in the bottom left. Oops. Go ahead and do that. There you go. Okay. I've been streaming for an hour already. No, I'm not gonna put another row there. Let me just lay down these minecart tracks, and I will. I'll save it for the next stream to check up on that the backpack space. Yeah, backpack space. Check that out. This is gonna look fine. If I remember correctly, can't you place, I think it was 4 blocks up in Hytale. Never mind, it's 3 blocks up. Oh, it's too much. Oops. There we go. I put a few torches in here. You know what? I have those lanterns that I can use wherever I put those. Pretty sure they're in here. There we go. Maybe these doors will fit. They do. Awesome. Very cool. Let me find a place to put these here. Oh, that barely barely lights up anything. I mean, it works, you know, it works. It's uneven. Okay, there we go. I maybe we'll put some in the corners. Why not? Alright, so just gonna put the track here. I'm gonna put a chest right there as well. Kind of curious to see how these work also. Maybe it just moves fast automatically, so you don't have to worry about powered rails or anything. Oops, my bad. I wonder what happens if you run into enemies with the minecart. If it'll damage them or not. I wonder if they can hop in it, like in Minecraft. What, why are they being placed sideways? There you go. Okay, the rails, the minecart tracks are almost done. Okay, I was gonna try this. Do I have the minecart on me? Okay, I do. Oops. How do you actually mount this? I mean, I'm assuming you can ride around in them, right? I'm gonna try to take this off. Oh, there we go. Okay, it works actually, and you know what? It does just go the same speed.